feel this way forever. I'm Tyron the Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant
Right, mate. Another thing worth remembering is that whilst you're part of a team, you really need to outperform your teammate. That means out-qualifying and out-racing him. Try to keep an eye on his performance in relation to yours.
Welcome guys to F1 2010. We're finally back on this game after almost a year break. Basically, I decided I wanted to finish off this series. I wanted to do as much as I can for YouTube. And as you just saw then, the car, I didn't feel anything. Now, I am playing on the Xbox 360, so the vibration, the controllers is not the same as the Xbox One controller. So I felt nothing hit the rear wheel. I didn't get any warnings, so it's not exactly my fault. But as you saw, we just took too much speed into that corner and we cooked the tires and spun out. But anyway, back on to why I'm on this game. So we did this series a long time ago. I remember doing Bahrain, but I don't remember doing Australia. And apparently this is race 3, but I don't remember race 1. So we did practice. I want to get used to the game. The braking is so strange in this game. I felt like I'm braking so early into the corners, but it always felt correct in some way. But here we are qualifying now. It is raining. We have the intermediate tires on, so it's not heavy rain, but we're going to start our flying lap on the Malaysian Grand Prix. That's another thing. 2010 had Malaysia at the beginning of the season, and now it's at the end. And as of next year, the Malaysian Grand Prix won't exist in Formula 1. So you're going to see we're on our final lap or we're coming to the end of lap 1 for our first qualifying run. And the rain just started getting heavier and heavier. So the 144 was probably going to be what we need to get and what we need to beat. Lap 3 now, as you're going to see, we're just going to take too much curbing, and then the auto spin happened. And we were lucky that we didn't spin around, but that really damaged our lap time and I couldn't exactly do anything from there. And now this is our final run, and as you saw, I did the flying lap, and then that AI decided to just drive me off into Narnia, and so that really destroyed our lap. But it was more of destroying the lap when we put the inters on in a full wet condition. So as I said, yes, I'm going to be doing the 2010 career mode. I'm going to finish it off. We're in the Toro Rosso, if you don't know. At this moment, it feels fairly okay to play this game in terms of what else I'm doing. So 2010, don't expect it all the time. I am stacking up on episodes at the moment, so I'm trying to get as much done for the episodes as possible, so that way I'm not rushing to get a video out. But we do still have 2016 Season 2 happening, and as you see, we're P4 for the race after a pretty bad qualifying session. But here we are, and for the first time you're going to see Button and Lewis Hamilton, the front two. Of course Lewis Hamilton, but it's a McLaren Mercedes on the front row, and we're in 4th, so I am going to put up the difficulty after this. It just felt too easy, and it's on the second highest, so still too easy. But we have 5 lights, and away we go for the Malaysian Grand Prix. We have Webber down our inside. Webber's cutting across, not leaving us room. We have Alonso now looking to have a go on us. And there he goes, Alonso into the corner, but he's going to stay out wide. Webber's sticking to the middle. Webber is weaving everywhere. Hamilton takes the lead ahead of Button. Button is looking down the inside. Webber is trying to see what he can do. We're still in P4. Apparently Alonso is on our outside, and you're going to have a look at this. Alonso out of nowhere gets the speed boost, and you got to remember there is no KERS in this game, no DRS, no safety car. 2010 was pretty basic in terms of what it had. So if you thought 2015 was bad without any safety car, 2010 was pretty bad with the handling and without safety car and all that stuff. But there goes Alonso, and here comes Vettel. The AI are very, very rough on the first lap, it seemed. They're just weaving everywhere, and they're really unpredictable compared to the 2016 game. The AI just like to do what they want to do. So we're getting back P4, but Alonso is going to have better traction out of the corner. So that's P5 for us. Webber is still having a go. Button is back ahead. of Lewis Hamilton, and Vettel is just trying to see if he can dive bomb us in any corner. And so we're going to have a look at on Alonso, but I wanted to keep it cautious in this corner because that corner we just went through isn't my greatest corner on this circuit. And I did mess with the gearing, so you're going to hear once I hit 7th gear the revs just drop. Unfortunately I did mess with the gearing and it wasn't going to pay off, so I needed to rev it out in 6th and hope for the best in 7th. But in terms of the up to 6th gear, it felt pretty good, the speed, the gear wise. But on lap 2 now, we're going to overtake Alonso. Alonso had a shocking exit, and remember, he does have a damaged front right wing, and as you can see, the end plate of his front wing is damaged because he did storm up the outside and hit us, and so that is him going to be having trouble in the right hand corners. Lap 4 now, our tyres are starting to go. As you can see, they're all yellow, and Alonso actually spun out. He hit us apparently, and I didn't feel anything. I didn't get a warning or anything. As I said before, this game you don't feel anything because of the Xbox 360 controller, but he did hit us, and he did spin out, and there we go, almost going into the gravel track. And as soon as you go off and start to put the power down, the car likes to spin. So that's 2 positions lost into that corner, but we are coming into the pits at the end of this lap. The tyres are starting to feel like they're going to go any second. So we're going to follow Vettel into the pits. On the grass we go, but thankfully the game takes over. And remember, we have to do the pit limiter manually. This is a great feature, and I wish this was in 2016. Hopefully it's in 2017. I know we do slow down for the pits, but in this game you actually put the pit limiter on and you slow down for your box as well, otherwise you're just going to run over your front jackman. So we had to slow down. I really do hope Codemasters follows the R-Factor type of feel where you can actually drive yourself in the pit lane. The game doesn't take control. But a 4.9, almost a 5-second pit stop, and that's what we're going to see with this team and with this career. Hopefully it gets better. Lap 11 now, because nothing much happened after that, and Petrov getting in the way. He did brake early, and I felt like he did move on the braking line. So that is 6th place for us, and Petrov right behind. And you're going to notice that my engine likes to overheat a lot. It's going to go red, and that's normal for this game. I don't know why it was a thing in this game, but lap 11 now, the end of it, we are going out wide. Petrov down our inside into that corner, and we do have, I believe that is Bruno Senna in the pit lane. So that's going to be P5 for us, unless Petrov goes and has a look, and he is having a look. He's still there, but he backs out. He's going ahead, but he backs out because we have the driving line into the corner, and we're going to get the job done. So that is P5 on lap 12. Now on the start of lap 13, and I believe that was Mark Webber in the pits. So we are into P4 now. Petrov is still behind us. He's 1.1 seconds behind, and I'm not sure what else can happen now, because there we go, Petrov getting a better exit, and there's a vehicle coming up the street, a van. So Petrov gets the better exit, having a look on him around the outside, but we're just starting to lose our tyres because we did come in fairly early compared to the other cars, and Petrov going very slowly. We do make contact because I don't know why, and he spins. He spun himself out. I did not have anything to do with that. It might be the game physics in this scene because they do like to auto spin on the curbs. But Petrov just went way too slow. Finally on lap 17, nothing much happened because we had no one in front of us and no one behind us. But Vettel has caught up. Lap 17, this is the final lap. We're going to stay on board for this lap. We need to get it. We're in P5, but we put the power down too soon and we just spun the rear, and that is P6 loss. And now Petrov is going to have a go, and there goes Petrov into P6. So we're down into P7. We have Timo Glock behind us, and we need to catch up to Petrov. It is lap 17, the final lap. We need to make up any positions. We are in the points, so it is okay. We are in the points, so we're going to get points for our team, but it's not what we wanted. We wanted to be further up. We did qualify 4th, and as I said, I am changing the difficulty. The difficulty already changed for the next race, so it's on the hardest difficulty, because even then it just felt fairly easy. 2010 game didn't feel that great, but we went wide. We just lost the traction on the tyres, and as you see, Timo Glock caught up to us, and that is the end of the race. Jenson Button is our race winner. We take a little bit of the grass, but we're going to come across the line at P7, just in front of Timo Glock. And that was the Malaysian Grand Prix. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Apparently my driver's happy that we've finished 7th, so it looks pretty good. Team is very happy with that performance. And in terms of the results, there you go. We are 52 seconds behind Jenson Button. So Lewis Hamilton was 2 seconds behind, and there we go. We're 11th in the driver's standings. Lewis Hamilton takes the lead ahead of Mark Webber and Jenson Button. And in terms of constructors, we are going to have a look. Constructors, we are 7th, so hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you next time.